Hajimemashite, watashi Raga desu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu.
はじめまして、私はメルシーです。よろしくお願いします。
Konnichiwa, Caitlin. Watashi wa Caitlin desu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu.
Today we're presenting historical pilgrimages and their influences on Japan. So, the cultural and spiritual aspects of a pilgrimage. Introduction. A pilgrimage is a journey taken by an individual to sacred sites for spiritual guidance, personal growth, or religious reasons. In Japan, these pilgrimages lead to ancient temples and sacred sites steeped in old history and surrounded by lush greenery. Through these journeys, pilgrims gain a deeper understanding and respect for cultural heritage. So, Japan's two major religions, Buddhism and Shintoism. Architecture is a major part of Shintoism. Many people go to Shinto temples to pray, receive talismans for good health, success, business, safe childbirth, etc. And the Shinkoku Henro, created by the founder of Shingon Buddhism, is one of the oldest pilgrimages in the world. It's believed that those who walk the path are accompanied by spirits of pilgrims who walk before them.
So the significant routes that we are going to be discussing for this presentation are the Shikoku Henru, the Ise Jingu, and the Kumano Kodo. For the Shikoku Henro, it is one of the oldest pilgrimages in Japan, and it spans around 745 miles and encompasses 88 Buddhist temples on Shikoku Island. The journey is traditionally done on foot, and the pilgrims are known as Henro or Ohenro-san, to be more respectful. And a quote that I pulled from the Organization for Promotion of Tourism in Shikoku is one of the few circular shaped pilgrimages in the world. Kukai, a renowned Buddhist monk that we talked about in the other slide, is believed to be the founder of the Shikoku pilgrimage, but there's no evidence that he ever traveled to each of the 88 temples. During the Edo period, which is 1603 to 1868, is where the pilgrimage further developed with texts, journals, etc., documenting the process. The Ise Grand Shrine is Japan's most sacred Shinto site dedicated to Amaterasu Omikami, the sun goddess and imperial ancestor. It consists of 125 shrines, with the inner shrine and outer shrine as the core. The pilgrimage to Ise is considered a once in a lifetime journey, and it is a tradition dating back to the Edo period. The Kumano Kodo is a network of 6 ancient pilgrimage routes across the Kii Peninsula in southern Honshu. The routes are popular now for both spiritual pilgrims and hiking tourists. Pilgrims perform rituals like cleansing in waterfalls, praying at the spiritual awakening gate, and offering coins to guardian Jizo statues. Our first discussion question is, which pilgrimage route would you take and why?
All right, so the Kumano Kodo. So, about the network of routes, the Kumano Kodo is not just one trail, it's a network of routes in the Kii Peninsula. It's south of Osaka and Kyoto. And some of the major ones include the Nakahechi, the Ohechi, the Iseji, and Omine Ojugake Michi. One of the most popular routes is the Nakahechi, taking about 3 to 5 days to complete, and pilgrims have walked it for over 12 centuries, marked by vermilion Kumano symbols. So the length of the terrain. The route covers about 190 miles, about 370 kilometers, according to the UN, UNESCO. It covers across forests, mountains, the coast, and some parts of the path passes over 1,000 meters in elevation. So sacred destinations. So the network connects to 3 major shrines known collectively as the Kumano Sanzan. So first we got the Kumano Hongu Taisha. 2, the Kumano Nachi Taisha, And 3, the Kumano Hayatama Taisha, which are all temples or shrines. History and usage. For over 1,000 years, especially during the Heian period, by emperors, aristocrats, and much later commoners. At its peak usage, there were so many pilgrims that the route was called Pilgrimage of Ants. Few original routes were destroyed or changed, and parts of the paths are missing and have been replaced by modern roads, and there are still preservation efforts.
Okay, we have the Isenjin-gu Grand Shrine Pilgrimage. And this is a spiritual continuity. Despite the modernization, Issei remains a spiritual anchor for Japanese identity. Many Japanese still aspire to visit at least once, especially during the New Year, after Shinkan Sengu 20-year shrine rebuilding ceremony. The cultural heritage and national symbolism. Issei is deeply tied to the imperial family and national mythology. The shrine enshrines the Yata no Kagami, one of the 3 imperial regalia, symbolizing divine legitimacy. The tourism and regional economy. The Issei attracts millions of visitors, blending religious pilgrimage with sightseeing. The surrounding area, like Ohara Imachi, offers traditional crafts, local cuisine, and cultural experiences. For the modern accessibility, pilgrims now travel by train, bus, or car, making the journey feasible for families, students, and international tourists. A fun fact is before, modernism, the monks, they used to walk the whole entire pilgrimage. So now it is definitely modernized, I would say. The site is promoted by Kintetsu Railway and regional tourism boards as spiritual and cultural destination. The rituals and etiquette is still practiced, so visitors still follow the Shinto purification rituals, bowing at torii gates and washing hands at ablution pavilions. The shrine maintains over 1,500 annual ceremonies, preserving ancient rhythms in a modern world.
So this is the Shikoku Henro. Its prestige has garnered worldwide attention and has contributed greatly to tourism. New infrastructure has altered the route and speed of travel, with paved and well-worn walkways making traversing risky terrain much easier. Organized bus tours have been very successful in the modern century. It passes through many small towns, family farms, highways, and suburban streets, so it has greatly benefited local economies. When dressed in traditional clothing, so pilgrims can be properly identified, and this includes things like sedge hats, which you can see in this one of these pictures where they have these like round hats with like a brim and a white vest, and a staff, to name a few. Locals will give gifts, and this is called the osetai, and it is unique to the Shikoku pilgrimage. Um, in a National Geographic article I used as a reference, it detailed a meeting with Ransyu Yano, a master of aizome, which is an art form that produces natural indigo for dyeing. They were invited to watch the process, and this was also considered a gift given to Henro pilgrims. And a quote I pulled directly from him said, "People have been doing what I do for 1,000 years. I stand in the middle between the past and the future." So many forms of artistry and long-standing traditions can stay alive because of the traffic from pilgrims. And these are discussion questions 2 and 3. The first one is, while these pilgrimages have roots in religion and spirituality, not everyone partakes for those reasons. For what reason would you partake in one of these pilgrimages and why? The second one is, how might the pilgrimages discussed help international travelers connect with Japanese culture?
Closing thoughts, pilgrimages today and adapting to modern times. Overall, these pilgrimages play a vital role in Japan's culture and spiritual pursuits. Their importance has garnered worldwide recognition, boosting the economy and keeping old traditions alive. Thank you for listening.